What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay Day, all day, back again with another episode of The Feed. This is the part 2 to the Gender versus Society continue. Last thing I left off on, guys, is just talking about how society is demanding in averages, okay? We live our life in averages to understand better that this is what is the average number, or this is what most people identify as. And it's not to put shame to anybody, whoever believes in whatever they believe they are, okay, or however they identify. This is just to understand that there's people that are out here doing things by the society rules, which is the majority of people. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We are still living by society's rules. There's a lot of immigrants that come over here that learn to adapt to what's going on around them to live a better life. And it is a lot easier. I get it. And I know that you want to emphasize and get the word out. There's no problem with getting the word out and educating people. But that's the key thing, is that people need to continue educating each other. You start a movement, you start a petition, you get laws passed, you do what you need to do for things to change. However, forcing things down people's throat is not the way to go, because it always leads to more negativity, more toxicity, and ultimately violence. And nobody wants to die or get hurt, anything like that, have threats, and just live like that due to the ignorance of understanding how you should handle a situation. Again, I'm not saying that all transgenders are doing this. I'm not saying that all straight people are doing this. I'm saying that in general, nowadays, there's the sensitivity has been so high that you see 9 times out of 10, I'm seeing people, whenever it comes down to conflict of interest, it's very aggressive. And usually the aggressor is the person that is pro-trans or pro-gay, whatever you want to call it. It's just too much. Educate these people. That's all you have to do. If you've done your research, you should be able to understand and be able to tell them people in a simple manner on why you believe this, regardless if they agree or not. If they're too ignorant and they're the ones being hostile towards you and you're trying to educate them, leave the conversation, because guess what? What you said to them that made them angry or irritated or annoyed, it's going to stick with them, because most people, they care more about the negative information they get and receive rather than the positive. And if you leave it off at that with your education and you give them the information you know, you have a higher chance of getting through to them and it's sticking with them for the long term, because they're going to want to go and tell somebody else about, oh, this pro-trans or this pro-gay person want to tell me da-da-da-da-da. Well, guess what? It's the same thing that happened for black people back in the day. We just talked it out, and guess what? You know, we didn't lead with violence. We didn't allow them to control us. We had powerful movements that helped change our lifestyles over the years. And guess what? We should keep doing that. No matter if it's just pushing for black people or if it's pushing for the trans community or the gay community. Push with pride, right? You need to push with pride and believing in yourself, which is fine. But don't force. Don't try to make yourself sound better. Do not try to do these things and try to create something out of nothing. If you are who you say you are, and if you believe you're a good person, go out and talk to somebody and educate them about it. And if they decide that they can't wrap their head around it because they've lived 40, 50 years, 30 years of their life, or 20 years of their life doing and understand that there's only been 2 sexes, well, you can keep doing what you're doing. Move on. Because it's just like a sale. You have to sell yourself. And eventually, it may be 1 out of 10. It may be 1 out of 25. But eventually you'll get somebody. And that want to understand and accept you for who you are and respect you. And that's how it is. And you're not out here alone. So the whole point of this is just understand that me being a black straight man, that I hear you, but just don't reach out. Don't be reaching for the stars out here on your first movement. You know, the gay community came up and they've been celebrated. I got gay friends. I got close gay friends, and I respect what their choices are. It has nothing to do with me. But my opinion is that I want to be straight. Okay? Just like women. That's me. I don't push my beliefs on like, hey, since you're a guy, you should be dating girls too. Hey, man, quit doing this. You got to be with this. However, I've had also a lot of experiences where gay people try to influence you into trying things that you feel uncomfortable in doing. We're all human, okay? We're all human. And I want you to understand that the same pushback that you're receiving is the same pushback that you're giving out. If you are the one that are out there doing this, quit being so radical. Politely decline. I do it all the time. I got gay friends that always ask me to do stupid stuff, or at least what I believe is stupid, because I'm not even interested in it, but they want me to try it. I'm uncomfortable, and I have no desire. I love women. And I have big points against how women act in this generation. That's another episode for another time. However, I know that I love women, without a doubt. So I want people to understand and be clear that this is a complicated thing that you're only making more complicated by stressing and overdoing it and being hypocritical. Don't talk crazy to people that don't believe what you're saying. Don't talk crazy because it's not the normal. Okay? If it's not the norm, you need to respect it and just educate. Educate and move. Educate and move. Your job is not to transform people. Your job is to educate people on the topic. And if they're really interested, they'll ask more questions. But don't be out here thinking that you out here got to change everybody's opinion. And then when you see somebody that's having the wrong opinion, don't go out here talking crazy to them. Because this is the reason why. You go crazy over trying to control other people. And primarily it's women. It is. I've never had experience with with a guy that's pro-trans that tries so hard to change your mind. I don't know what it is, but I believe that's also, statistically speaking, a woman's trait to try to be possessive over something like this, where they have to control what you think and influence you dramatically so you fall in line. Well, sorry, we're in America. Okay? Get over it. Move forward. And if you can't get over it and move forward, well then just remove that person from social media. It's that easy. But don't go out here spreading lies and saying you're the type of people that's killing people. Kids and straight people have been killing themselves, shooting up schools. It ain't just the transgender community. Don't act like that these are the only people out here that's doing these things. The death rate is still double, over double the suicide rate for male than female. So don't play it off as if we're not doing anything. This is a whole society thing. Educate, give information, make people aware, do your research, and just invest in what you believe in, just like everybody else. You got to invest in it and keep investing and keep moving and making people aware of it. That's how you make an impact. Awareness, not violence, not grilling people on social media, not calling people names, and just saying stuff. Like how you try to talk about somebody and say trans or saying like you're transphobic or make any of these statements, and you putting limp dick, calling him limp dick. You don't know if he has a dick, right? You don't know how he identifies. It's so hypocritical. You can't attack somebody when you didn't even ask how they identify. Oh, it's an assumption now. So you see, you make conversations so hard to have. in this day and age. There's people that believe that when you come up to somebody, you should not assume, you should ask them how they identify first. Why in the hell would my first question be to you if I have business with you? Hey, how do you identify? I can't call you hey because I mean people take offense to hey. So how am I supposed to figure out who you are if I want to approach you? I know who you are, you know who I am, but I don't know who you are, or whatever the situation may be. We don't know each other, but I want to approach you. It's gonna bring fear. It's going to bring a lot of questions up where there's some people that are okay with how you approach them, and they're okay with educating you. I see plenty of videos, and I've already met people here in Oklahoma where it's okay whenever you say when you call them a girl or a guy because that's how they present themselves, because that's how they understand. That's how I was raised. And so whenever that, oh, okay, hey, oh, okay, hi, my name, if you're addressing them, hi, my name, blank, blank, what, who are you, or what's your name? You're networking. Oh, hi, my name is da-da-da, and I'm a transgender, I identify as a male. That's how it should be. If that's how you want to identify yourself, great. But don't be out here trying to start problems like, no, you didn't just call me a female. Oh, no, you didn't just call me a male. Like, that's some extra out bullshit that can be cut out. You understand that this is a movement and that it's going to take time. But people out here acting like we need to be changing it like this. Oh, you can change your mind. You can just start doing it on a daily basis. Bitch, nobody got time for that. Nobody worried about that. Get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people still going to see, they still see color just like they, I don't see color. Yeah, you do. You see names, you profile it. I believe that we all do it. In our first 5 seconds of meeting somebody, we see their image, how they're dressed, how their hairstyle is, earrings, tattoos. We identify that we profile that person, and whether it's good or bad, we're going to profile that person. But doesn't mean that has to be true right now. You can still like that person and they worship the devil. You can still like that person and they could be a strung out like priest, basically, when it comes down to Christianity or some religious group. However, you don't have to follow that. You don't have to do these things. People need to relax more, be more passive and accepting of people's failures and not understanding something yet or even agreeing with something. This is what makes America great, because we can have those opinions. We can do things and collab and have the flexibility to do so much more. But we are infamous with abusing our powers and not using them to our heart's content. There's places out here that have so many less like rules that they can, or flexibilities and things of that nature. Just like the Russia and Ukraine situation. Like, you got to understand and be grateful for what we have. And we still out here worried about the wrong fucking things. Be grateful for the people out here, especially the ones that are loyal to you and respect you. But educate one another if you got something going on, okay? And if they don't, if it hurts you that bad, then don't be around them. That's it. Find another area, whether it's you working with them or not. There's so many different jobs out here since COVID. Quit playing. Y'all out here trying to force things. And it's not working. And it's nothing going to do but make more chaos. We have enough chaos. Get up and just fucking educate people. Okay? That's all I really want to talk about when it comes down to transgenders versus society. Understand that. Please make sure you guys like and share this video. I hope you guys come back again and listen in on more topics. Your boy Tay Day is out. Peace.